Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review. Today we're going to be doing Wonder Woman, Volume 1, Blood. Wonder Woman, without a doubt, the most iconic female comic book character, and arguably the most popular. But despite being so iconic and so popular, Wonder Woman's been going through kind of an identity crisis over the past few years. See, DC's been dipping and dabbing and mixing and tampering with Wonder Woman in general, with her costume, with her powers, with her origins, and with her being. They've been trying to find a new Wonder Woman, find a Wonder Woman that is more up to date, maybe a little bit more accessible to new readers, and try different stories. Now, going into the New 52, one would actually kind of think that all the changes that were done with Wonder Woman beforehand was more or less DC dipping dabbing to see exactly what Wonder Woman they wanted in the New 52. What would work and what wouldn't work. Would they want Wonder Woman to be connected to the Amazons or have a tragic background where the Amazons never showed up? Do they want Wonder Woman to have the costume with the pant legs, or do they want more of a traditional approach? Do they want her fully powered up into God mode, or do they want her to be superpowered, but not overly superpowered? So all things that DC kind of had to mix around with and to try out with Wonder Woman in order to truly know what kind of Wonder Woman they were going to have going into the New 52. So exactly what Wonder Woman do we have going into the New 52? Well, you're just going to have to wait and see. So let's jump into Volume 1 of Wonder Woman, Blood. Now, going into the first volume of Wonder Woman, you have to realize one important thing about Wonder Woman's comic, especially in the New 52, is that with Superman, or Green Arrow, or Green Lantern, or Captain Atom, or the Justice League, all these stories are doing story arcs. They do 4 or 5 issues, there's your story arc. They do maybe 5 or 6 issues, there's your story arc. But they never have the story go beyond a set amount of issues. Once the story's done, we go into a new story. Granted, some elements will be transferred from story to story, maybe some plot points, but for the most part, they're individual stories that you can pick up and read as you go. You can pick up Volume 1 of Superman and get the story that you want there and be done. Now, Wonder Woman is a bit different. Wonder Woman is being told as an epic tale, in that it is going to be much longer. The story is going to be spanning over God knows how many issues, maybe even 20 issues, you never know. Brian Azzarello is really trying to make this story like the Greek mythology, an epic. It's like an Odyssey, no pun intended. And that's the thing you need to know going into the Wonder Woman comic, especially with Volume 1. Because while this may have the first 6 or 7 issues of the Wonder Woman series, it's not the full story. It's only a small chunk of the story that we've had so far. So the basic story starts off with this. And mind you, there will be a little bit of spoilers, but I will try the best I can not to spoil too much. Wonder Woman is, well, she's Wonder Woman. She's doing her thing, saving the world, protecting the innocent. But suddenly a girl shows up. This girl is named Zola. And Zola is being hunted down by the goddess Hera. Why? Well, Hera is married to her brother, which is Zeus. And if you know anything about Zeus, he's like the Dick Grayson of gods. He can't keep it in his pants. If he sees a chick, he has to go after her. Or even a guy sometimes. I think Zeus had relationships with both sex. But hey, he likes to fool around. That's his thing. It's Zeus. He should be called Zeus, King of the Gods, God of Thunder, and hooking up with random chicks. And you know what happened? He hooked up with Zola. And now that poor innocent girl is pregnant with Zeus's child. So, what happens? She gets hooked up with Wonder Woman for protection, and the two of them have to work together along with Hermes to find out exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to approach things when dealing with a goddess like Hera. Because, see, Hera may be a queen, Hera may be a goddess, but she's also a woman. And, well, if I was a woman and my man went and cheated on me, I wouldn't be too happy. So, They have to deal with an angry woman who's been cheated on more than once. Because, again, this is nothing new to Zeus. So Hera sends out hordes of enemies for Wonder Woman to deal with. But not only does Wonder Woman have to deal with Hera, but Apollo in the background is making moves for the throne of Olympus. War, Ares is kind of playing in the background too. Hades and Poseidon are becoming major players. And while all this is going down, Zeus is missing. Where he went, no one knows. And a secret revelation to Wonder Woman's past is revealed. Will Wonder Woman be able to save this girl Zola? Will she be able to bring balance back to the Olympians? Or will, unfortunately, the dark secrets of her past come back to haunt her and Wonder Woman be incapable to do what needs to be done? Well, you're just going to have to read and see. So let's jump into the good, the bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. Let's start things off with art. I almost always start things off with art. When I look at the New 52 and I think of art, there's three comics in general that stand out for how good they are as art. Justice League is the first one because Jim Lee's art on Justice League is just beautiful. The art on Flash has been breathtaking, to say the least. And the third art that was just fantastic coming out of the New 52 was Cliff Chiang's Wonder Woman. This is undoubtedly the best art for Wonder Woman that I've seen in a long time. Probably, and this is a bold statement, but maybe ever. It might even be better than George Perez's take on Wonder Woman. Why? Well, it's stylized, and it almost kind of looks like the Greek art that was used on the pots or on various different walls in the Greek Olympians and Olympiads and all the temples and stuff. It has a unique stylized art that just made it look really good. Here's just an example of Wonder Woman in the art style. In addition to that, Wonder Woman actually looks like a Greek woman. She doesn't look like a good old fashioned American Caucasian woman that looks like she came over here from England. She looks like she's Greek, which makes sense because guess what? Wonder Woman is Greek. Putting two to two together is great. So the art in this is absolutely fantastic, and it really shows when Wonder Woman is fighting against like centaurs. There's a great fight scene in here with centaurs, or when she's taking on Poseidon, as you saw back there, her taking on Poseidon. So the art is very stylized and it's beautiful. Like I said before, once you put yourself in the mindset that you need to for this Wonder Woman comic, you realize that this is a big epic. This is an odyssey. This is a tale. It's like the Legend of Zelda. You're not going to play through it in one sitting. You're not going to get through this story in one sitting. It's something that you're going to be experiencing over time. And in that, I like the format of the story. I like the fact that it is a big odyssey. And I like Wonder Woman embracing her Greek mythology. Because when you look at the Justice League, you almost have everyone from different walks of life in comic books. Batman's kind of a detective noir, kind of going around solving street level crimes. Superman is about fighting the big epic enemies from space and over the top supervillains, while Flash deals with colorful supervillains and more of a sci fi approach to comic books. Um, Green Lantern is the intergalactical space cop. Most of his stuff is out in space. Aquaman's it's kind of his own mythology, a little blend of everything. Cyborg is on the Justice League. He doesn't have his own comic, sadly. I wish he did. And Wonder Woman is fantasy. She is Greek mythology. She is the equivalent to Thor in a way from Marvel. Because in Marvel, if you look at the Avengers, you got all these different characters, and Thor stories are mainly done in the mythologies for Norse gods. Same with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is the Greek mythology fantasy character. Now, stories are going to be rooted in them, and I'm glad they're embracing it because Wonder Woman is at her best when she embraces her Greek mythology. The George Perez run on Wonder Woman, the Gal Simone run on Wonder Woman, the Greg Rucker run on Wonder Woman. All those runs were well known and praised. Why? Because they embrace their Greek mythology along with fantastic writing, but they embrace that Greek mythology. The story is well structured, and for the long epic, it's paced very well. The characterization for Wonder Woman is a tad different from the Wonder Woman we have known before, but is still recognizably Wonder Woman. While she may not be as much of a princess or a diplomat that she used to be, she is still very much the superhero, kind, compassionate Wonder Woman that we've all known and loved, but still a little bit more of a warrior in the process. What you have to realize is there needs to be a balance with Wonder Woman, with all her traits and qualities. As much as we want Wonder Woman to be that kind and compassionate, loving person, she's a freaking Amazon. She was born for war, so she's going to be a little bit more of a warrior. She's going to be a little bit more aggressive, for lack of a better term. And it's refreshing because, see, it's good to have the characters that we know and love and have them be who they are and have a new element or trait added into them. See, characters need to grow and evolve, and a lot of people get upset about change. But if Batman and Superman did not change, where would they be now? They wouldn't be in your hands and you wouldn't be reading them because they definitely wouldn't be the characters that they are now. Batman wouldn't be as gritty and dark, and Superman wouldn't be, well, he wouldn't be what he is. He'd be a little bit boring and one dimensional. The characters get level and depth because people change them ever so slightly through the years. And the changes that are done with Wonder Woman this are slight changes, but they're good changes. The supporting cast is another great thing in this. You have, Hermes, you got Lennox, you eventually later down the line in other volumes, you're going to get other characters in Greek mythology. And you also have Zola, who's an interesting character. For the most part, the redesigns on the gods look good too. With the exception of Poseidon and Hades, I like all the redesign on the gods, particularly Apollo, Hermes, um, Zeus and Hera. They all look good, and they take from Greek mythology and then they kind of update it, which is great. Bad. I guess the only bad that could be said is for this particular volume. Like I said, you're not going to get the full story. You're going to have to wait till other volumes come out. But besides that, uh, no bad at all. When I talk about the new 52, there's certain titles that stand out more than others. And I've always put Wonder Woman in that category with the new 52. Her comic has been breathtaking and fantastic. It's something that I've recommended to a lot of people to pick up. I'll give you an example of this. My friend Jonathan, who I call Johnny Cage, I call everyone by nickname, like my friend Marco, I call Baraka. Sometimes I call him Gohan. But my friend Jonathan wanted to get into comic books, and oddly enough, he started getting into comic books because of the DC Universe Online. He started playing that. His favorite characters are Martian Manhunter and Blue Beetle, so he picked up Stormwatch and he picked up Blue Beetle. I encouraged him to pick them up digitally, so he did. Um, so eventually he started picking up some other stuff like Green Lantern and eventually I said, you should pick up Wonder Woman. He said, I have no interest in Wonder Woman. I'm like, yeah, but dude, you love Greek mythology. You love that stuff. He's like, yeah, but I don't like Wonder Woman. I'm like, just pick up Wonder Woman. Just pick it up and give it a chance. And you know what happened? For a comic that he had no interest in, a comic that he definitely didn't read with a character he had no interest in, you know what? Wonder Woman is now his favorite comic each month. He is excited every time he opens up or flips through that Wonder Woman comic. He loves it. He loves the Greek mythology that is used. He loves the dialogue. He loves the action. And he loves how it's an epic story. He loves it all. So when I say Wonder Woman is a comic that needs to be, jumped onto with the new 52, I really do mean it. It's not because Wonder Woman is my second favorite character. It's because she is that good. And if there was any time for Wonder Woman to fly, it'd be now. She needs to get the credit she deserves because her stories have been so good. So if you're new to comics, or if you're a returning fan to comics, or if you're a Wonder Woman fan, or if you're interested in Wonder Woman, or maybe you want to just try something different, pick it up. It is great stuff. You will enjoy it, and you will not be disappointed. So, Wonder Woman, if I had to give it a score, it's a 5 out of 5, baby. Pick it up. This is Andrew saying, peace out for now.